English student in the Literature and Language Department, and you can call me Tanya if you're comfortable with that. You can call me Miss Tanya, or if you just feel like you have to, you can call me Miss Smith. All right, those are your options. So today we're going to talk about gerunds and infinitives. Are there any volunteers for what those are? A gerund or an infinitive? A little louder? A little louder. I'm 50 plus years old, so I don't hear very well. Yes, a verb plus ing. Perfect. That's what the gerund is in the simplest form. What is infinitive?
2 plus 1.
2 plus the basic verb. No extra stuff on it, right? So what I want to start with, this may not sound like it's connected, but it is. I want to know what some of your hobbies are. What are things you like to do for fun?
Spend money.
Yeah, okay, good one, good one. Is there a word for that? A single word? Let's go spend money, or let's go
Travel.
travel? Okay, that's not the word I was thinking of, but that's all right. How about shopping? Spend money shopping? Okay, something else. What else do you like to do?
Take photo.
Louder.
Take photo.
Take a walk?
Now taking picture.
Oh, take a picture. Okay. Good. I'd like for each of you to get out a piece of paper, or if you already have them, and write down some of these things that are yours, the things that you like to do. Okay? So take pictures, spend money, go shopping, travel. What else?
Playing sunshine.
Play.
Play sunshine. Kind of nature.
One more time.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. Is that Japanese or English?
Japanese.
Japanese. All right. It's a particular game?
No,
No.
instrument.
Oh, an instrument. Play.
Instrument.
Samshin?
Yeah.
Ah. Play music. This? No? I-N? You don't know how to spell it either? All right, I don't either. I don't think it's I-N. I think it's E-N. All right, but play music. Play a musical instrument also, right? Specifically. Something else. What do you like to do?
Game.
Play games? These? Okay. Do you have a certain game?
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the game system. Final Fantasy,
Adventure.
adventure games? Okay. Write it down. What do you like to do, Kenya?
Sorry.
Swim?
Sorry.
This?
No. Sorry.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Me too. Ah. Yes, that's relaxing. What about you? What do you like to do?
Listening music.
Listen to music. Okay. All right. As we talk about gerunds and infinitives, if you think of something else that you like to do, or used to do, say before you came to Texas A&M Commerce, write it down on your list. okay? So I'm pretty sure that Utaka does not play Samshin here in, unless, did you bring one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I want to hear that.
No.
Yes, I do. All right. We talked about what the form of gerunds is. Gerunds is the verb plus ing. And we talked about the form for infinitives. It's the word to plus the very basic verb, right? So, to shop, to spend, to travel, right? To take, infinitives. Now, how is, let's use the gerund as an example. How is a gerund, which is a verb plus ing, different from a verb, like progressive tense verb? It's doing something different. Anybody remember what it's doing? In a sentence. It has different purposes, different functions in a sentence.
Use Gerund as a noun.
Perfect. It's a noun, works as a noun, right? So, you can have it at the beginning of a sentence as the subject. You can have it as the object of a sentence. And you can also have it as the object of a preposition. Now, gerunds and infinitives have some common uses, and I'm just going to give you a few of them. They get more complex, just like the rest of English. But to start with, we're going to start with these. So with gerunds, one of the very common uses of that is to express like and dislike. Things that you like what you just wrote down, and things that you don't like not sleeping. It's also used to discuss general activities, and that's what we have here, right? We have traveling, we have shopping, we have taking pictures, right? And you can also use it to discuss abstract ideas. What's an abstract idea? Abstract. Abstract is something that you can't, an easy way to explain it is it's something that you can't see. It may be something that you do, it may be something that you think, it may be something that you feel. So if I like something, how do I show you that like? You can't see that I like something except maybe by my facial expression, like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, you know that I like it because I react that way. But abstract idea. So, for instance, what can surfing on the internet? I mean, that's a gerund, surfing, right? So surfing is also something that you can do and watch and observe someone surfing. And how many of you have surfed? Have you ever? Do you know what it is? You do? Do you guys know what surfing is? The board, and out in the ocean, and you ride the waves. Yeah, surfing. So, the idea of surfing on the internet, what might that mean? If the internet is an ocean of information, instead of water, it's made of information, and you're going to surf it, what are you going to do? A little louder.
Look for the information.
Look for information. What were you going to say? Search, okay. Another idea, when you're on the surfboard, right? You're on a surfboard, you're riding it, just like you ride a bicycle, except you're standing. So in some ways, you will ride through the information that you find. So let's say you went to, how many of you are on Facebook? Or something like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, okay. So some kind of social media, and you go and you see something, that your friend posted. You go, oh, that looks interesting, and you click on it. And then you read about it, and you think, I want to find out more about that. So then you go find out about that song, or maybe that music group that they posted a video of. So that sends you on a search, and it sends you on an adventure to find more information. So that's kind of what searching on the web, surfing on the web, that it becomes a symbol, it becomes a metaphor, it becomes words that represent something that you can't see. So if you told your friend, if your friend said, what did you do yesterday? You said, well, I surfed on the web. And they would say, what? How? Can I watch you? Well, not really. It's just me looking at a screen. But you know that you're doing something. It's hard to explain. That's what an abstract idea is. It's something that you can't show someone easily. It's very difficult to show. So that's one of the things that gerunds help you to do, is you use verbs to show something that's difficult to explain, right? For instance, if I ask you a question right now and you're having a hard time answering it, you could use a gerund to tell me, I'm thinking really hard. I'm trying to think hard. Because, or an infinitive in that case, because it's hard to show me that you're thinking. Because it's all going on inside your head, right? So that's one of the things that gerunds can be used for, is to explain things that are difficult to see. Infinitives are used to express reason or purpose. For instance, why did the man run away? He ran away to avoid being caught by the police. So there's a purpose for him running. It's also used after an adjective to help further understand what's going on. The lesson is easy because it's easy to understand. So we use to understand to further expand the idea of what you mean by easy. It's not just easy, like I could do it, I already knew it. It's easy to understand. There's a difference in the meaning there. And it's also used after certain verbs, and so are gerunds. So what I want to give you now is some notes that you can use for the rest of the class. We'll just start with the top page, okay? And these are some of the verbs that you can use gerunds and infinitives with. So take a look at those. I've already talked about a couple of them. These are all of them, but these are some of the main ones that you'll see that you use gerunds with and that you can use infinitives with. Are you familiar, are any of these words a surprise? Like you're not sure what they are, what they mean? The question about any of those verbs? Which one? Purpose. Oh, postpone. Okay. So an example of postpone is today in setting up this lesson, we had trouble finding a camera for the videotaping. And if I could not find a camera, I was going to have to postpone when I taught the lesson. Meaning, you're supposed to do it at a certain time. Postponing means it has to happen later, all right? So if you were supposed to go shopping with your friend and she got sick, she calls and says, I can't go shopping, I'm sick. You said, well, we'll do it next week. That's postponing. Okay? Got that one?
Fancy. Fancy.
Fancy.
Fancy.
It's not as common in American English, but fancy is a similar word to like. For instance, I fancy eating sushi today. It means both that I like sushi and that I would like to eat it today. It means that you want to do it. You may not be able to do it, but you would like to do it. Okay? Any other words? Let's take a look at that second page, the gerunds and infinitives one. Let's do these all together. Do you think you know which one it should be, whether it should be the gerund or the infinitive? Tell me. So the first one, Dan enjoys,
Reading.
yes, it's the gerund, reading science fiction. And you can find that word enjoy under the gerund list that I gave you. Cheryl suggested to see a movie after work. Where is the word suggest in your list of verbs? It's under gerund. So Cheryl suggests, a better response would be Cheryl suggests seeing a movie after work. Now, you could change it if you said Cheryl suggested that we see a movie, but then that's not a gerund or an infinitive. Changes the sentence completely, so probably ignore what I just said. All right, I miss what at my last job? Working, another gerund. And where did you learn, again? Good. To speak, this one's an infinitive. Do you mind,
To have.
actually it's helping. Look in your verb list. It's under gerunds. Do you mind helping me to translate this letter? He asked to talk. So if you look on your verb list, and you look for, what's the verb? Ask. That may be the only one that's not on there, so you might want to add that one. I think that I did have one that wasn't on the list. And this means that infinitives don't always follow this verb, but it's possible. So this is a possible. So you might want to add ask under the infinitive list. He asked to talk to the manager. Mandy has promised to take care of our dog while we're on vacation. Good. And if he keeps, this one's a little tricky. Yes. And why do you think that one is? That's right, keep on. Because it's an ongoing activity, right? So if he keeps coming to work late, he's going to get fired. Debbie plans to study. Very good. And the last one, I hope. I hear you. Yes, to graduate. Good. So, what you want to do beyond this activity is you want to use these verbs and put gerunds with them and put infinitives with them. Practice creating your own sentences so that you become more and more used to which goes with which verb. Okay? And we'll have an activity for that as part of this lesson. So, speaking of, look at the next page. What I'd like you to do, and I will walk around and make sure that you understand what it's asking, is to fill in these blanks with something about yourself. All right? You can make it up based on whatever's going on. Depends on, for instance, I decided. So you could say, I decided something about breakfast, or that you decided how you're going to study today, or anything along those lines. But what I'd like you to do is to fill these in with either a gerund or an infinitive phrase. All right? And I will walk around and answer questions that you have about each of these, because some of them aren't as clear what it's asking for. Okay? Do you not understand what I want to do? Okay. So this year, you're going to answer this about yourself. This year, I began what? What did you start just this year? Mm-hmm. Sleep more? You could say that. But sleep less? Study more? Okay, that sounds good. Put that one down. But do you see how to do each of those that way? Okay. Uh-huh. Good, good. Take a look at all of these and see if there's any that confuse you.
We can use the verb for all of them.
Either one.